Something massive is quietly happening on the east side of South Surrey, and most people don't even realize it yet. What if I told you that thousands of new homes, schools, and shops are coming to the edge of South Surrey right next to the farmland that you drive by every day? It's called Redwood Heights, and it's going to completely change how this part of Surrey looks and lives. If you've driven along 176th Street lately and wondered what's happening to all that open land between South Surrey and Langley, this video is for you. The entire Redwood Heights area is about to transform in a big way, and most people have no idea how much is actually planned here. This isn't just another subdivision. We're talking about a whole new community, thousands of homes, new schools, parks, trails, and shops, all designed to connect with the rest of Grandview and the surrounding neighborhoods. Over the next few years, this stretch between South Surrey and Langley is going to look completely different. And if you live nearby, it's going to affect how you move, shop, and even how property values evolve. Today, that's what we're breaking down in this video. What's happening in Redwood Heights, what the city's plan includes, and what it all means for people living in or moving to South Surrey. If that all sounds good, let's get into it.
You only get one chance to buy or sell your next home. Let's get it right.
Worth mentioning, my name is Darren, a realtor based here in White Rock and South Surrey, and I've been helping people like you buy and sell in this area since 2007. A lot of the folks we meet right here on this very YouTube channel, and they're doing exactly what you're trying to do right now, trying to figure out if this place is right for you. If you want a truly local perspective from someone who lives here, works here, and grew up here, feel free to book a time to speak with me and my team, and my calendar in the description below. We'll help you navigate everything with zero pressure and the guidance that you would expect. Okay, so let's start with where this is actually happening. Redwood Heights sits on the far east side of South Surrey, right up against the Langley border. It stretches from 176th Street, also known as Highway 15, all the way east to the ALR, or Agricultural Land Reserve. Now to the south, you've got 20th Avenue and Redwood Park Estates neighborhood, and to the north, you hit protected farmlands that can't be developed. If you're familiar with Grandview Heights, this is the next major phase in that story. It's basically the last big piece of undeveloped land in South Surrey before you reach Langley. The city's goal is to turn this quiet rural pocket into a complete connected village. That means homes, parks, schools, and small shops that let people live and work in the same area without always needing to drive across town. And because it sits between two fast-growing regions, Grandview to the west and Campbell Heights business area to the east, it's going to play a huge role in how this whole part of the city grows over the next decade. To really understand what's happening in Redwood Heights, we need to look back at how we got here to today's date. The idea for developing this part of Surrey actually started more than 20 years ago. Back in 2005, the city approved a master plan for Grandview Heights that divided it into smaller neighborhoods, each with its own detailed concept plan. That's why we now have places like Morgan Heights, Sunnyside Heights, and Orchard Grove. Now, Redwood Heights was always meant to be the next phase, but it got delayed. For years, there were challenges with infrastructure, environmental studies, and getting approvals from the Ministry of Transportation, especially around new road access onto Highway 15. Fast forward to 2020, and Surrey City Council finally gave the green light to the Stage 2 Redwood Heights Neighborhood Concept Plan. That plan outlines how the area will grow, where schools and parks will go, and how the roads and utilities will be built. So while the idea isn't new, what's different now is that it's finally ready to move forward. The groundwork is done, the design is approved, and over the next decade, we're going to watch this area transform from rural acreages into a fully built community. Right now, if you drive through Redwood Heights, you mostly see open space. It's a mix of old acreages, farmland, and patches of forest. A few homes are still on 1-acre lots, many of them surrounded by trees or small hobby farms. You'll also notice that a lot of the land is still zoned for agricultural or rural residential use. Now, this area, it borders the Agricultural Land Reserve to the north and east, which acts like a permanent green belt. So even as development moves in, those farmlands stay protected. There aren't any major shopping areas here yet. No big intersections, just quiet rural roads, a few long driveways, and power lines running through open fields. But But that's exactly why this area feels like the last frontier of South Surrey. It's one of the few places left that still looks untouched, even though it's surrounded by some of the fastest growing neighborhoods in the entire city. When you stand on 24th or 26th Avenue and look towards the east, it's hard to imagine it now, but within the next decade, this same area will be filled with homes, parks, trails, and shops. Now, this isn't a small project. It is a complete master planned community. And once it's fully built, we're talking about close to 6,000 new homes and a population of more than 13,000 people. That's about the size of a small city almost on its own. The plan focuses on a mix of housing. You're still going to see some single family homes, but most of the area will be made up of townhouses and low rise condos designed to keep things walkable and connected. At the heart of it all will be a mixed use village around 24th Avenue and 178th Street. I want you to picture small shops, cafes, offices, and apartments above street level retail. It's designed to be the kind of place where you can go to grab a coffee, pick up groceries, or meet a friend without ever needing to drive far. A second, smaller commercial hub will sit near 182nd Street, perfect for local businesses or services. Schools here are also a big part of the plan. The public elementary school site for Redwood Heights has already been purchased by the Surrey School District, just north of 24th Avenue near 179th Street. The province put more than $25 million towards securing that land, and it's expected to serve around 900 students once it's built. While the exact opening date hasn't been announced yet, the site is officially part of the district's long-range facilities plan. And if you've driven past 182nd Street down 24th Avenue, you've probably already noticed the Catholic high school that's under construction. That's the future home of St. John Paul II Academy, part of the Catholic independent schools of the Vancouver Archdiocese. It's been underway for a while now and will bring a modern new campus to South Surrey right on the edge of Redwood Heights. Together, these two schools will anchor the neighborhood, giving families local education options from elementary right through to high school, all within walking or biking distance. But before I get much more into that, if you're even thinking about buying a home in British Columbia, Lower Mainland, Surrey, White Rock, anywhere, you're going to want to grab our free PDF, 21 grants and rebates for home buyers. We've pulled together every federal, provincial, and niche program we could find, packed with links, insider tips, and quick ways to save money on your next purchase. It's totally free and could save you thousands. So we've included the link below in the description of this video so you can go download it right now. Okay, so in this Redwood plan, it's not just buildings going up. The good news is about 22% of the entire plan is going to be protected as green space. This is wetlands, parks, and biodiversity corridors that connect to the ALR and the Redwood Park to the south. You'll be able to walk or bike through the trails that run alongside these preserved natural areas. Transportation is also getting a major upgrade. 24th Avenue will become a key corridor, being widened and ready for future rapid bus service. Also, there's a proposed signalized intersection at 26th and Highway 15, which will finally improve access to and from the area. Now, all of this is expected to roll out gradually over the next 10 to maybe 15 years, with a full build out likely around 2035. So in just over a decade, what's now farmland and acreages will become one of Surrey's newest, most complete communities, a place where people can live, work, and play all within walking distance. Now, like any major change, Redwood Heights comes with both opportunities and challenges. So let's start with the positives. This plan brings a ton of new housing options, which Surrey desperately needs. It's not just single family homes, it's townhomes, low-rise condos, and mixed-use spaces that make it easier for first-time buyers and young families to stay in the area. We'll also see new parks, schools, and trails, plus much better road connections and transit routes. That means less time driving across the city and more day-to-day amenities right in the neighborhood. On top of that, the plan protects a huge amount of green space, about 22% of the land, through the biodiversity corridors, wetlands, and trails we mentioned earlier. That's rare for a development of this size and helps preserve the character that makes this area quite special. Now, the challenges with growth, well, comes construction, congestion, and cost. Roads like 24th Avenue and 176th Street will see heavier traffic as development ramps up. And as we've seen in other growing neighborhoods in the area, things like infrastructure and drainage, well, they take time to catch up. Of course, then there's affordability. New homes don't always mean cheaper homes. With the area's location and demand, prices here are expected to rise as the neighborhood builds out. But overall, Redwood Heights is a sign of smart growth. It's planned, phased, and designed to keep a balance between nature, housing, and lifestyle. It's not perfect, but it's progress, and it's going to reshape the future of South Surrey for decades. So here's the big takeaway. Redwood Heights isn't just another development. It's a major chapter in how South Surrey grows as a community. Over the next decade, this quiet stretch of farmland is going to turn into a vibrant, walkable community with schools, shops, parks, and thousands of new homes. And while that growth brings change, it also brings opportunity for homeowners, investors, and anyone thinking about making a move and calling South Surrey home. But here's the thing. Understanding what's coming next can make a big difference when it comes to real estate decisions. Whether you're already living nearby or planning to move into this area, having a local insight helps you stay a few steps ahead of the curve. If you want to learn more about what this means for your neighborhood, or if you're curious about how these changes could impact your home's value, you can reach out to us anytime. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe and check out our other videos on this page or this channel about what's happening across Surrey and White Rock. Videos just like this one coming up next, where we're going to share 3 massive projects coming to South Surrey that could upturn the entire area. You don't want to miss this one, so I'll see you over there because it's coming up right now.